Did not see it. Yeah. 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 All the way. And hello the internet, hello everybody that knows me, and hello to my subscriber. I hope you're keeping warm. And here I am, I'm in Serrakunda. Serrakunda is the capital of the Gambia, and I left this morning. I went from right at the bottom of the west coast, come all the way to the north of the west coast, and it was a total journey of about 28 miles. And it didn't take long, it took a little over an hour, probably about an hour and 20 minutes. It was quite fast going, and then I got to Serrakunda, and then it was a bit congested. But here I am. And I thought I'd just change because the sun was in my eyes. And this is a little bit more comfortable. So, are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. But yeah, it was a good day today. Had a leisurely breakfast, and then I leisurely put all the stuff on the bike, and I leisurely left. In fact, I was so leisurely that I forgot to turn the camera on. But anyway, the journey up here was really easy, and it wasn't until I got towards Serrakunda that the traffic started to build up. Now, the past couple of days has just been purely R&R, rest and relaxation. And I've come to Serrakunda because I just wanted to have a little bit of normality, really. I wanted to have a look around the city to see what it's like. So to do that, I've rented a small flat, one-bedroom flat, for a few days. And yeah, it's right in the middle of the city, and it's just full of life around me. So that's the reason why I've come to Serrakunda. But as I got to the outskirts, the traffic started building and building, and as I got into the centre, it just ground to a halt. And the worst of it is, you've got like a middle bit of each part of the road is clear, but to the edges it's really deep sand. So although your temptation is to go in the middle lane or cut on the inside, you've still got to be a little bit careful because of that sand. And my bike doesn't like sand very much. Anyway, I had this address to get to, and I was following my Google Maps, and at one point everything just came to an absolute halt, and I'm sat there absolutely starting to overheat. I could almost feel myself overheating, and I looked down at the temperature gauge on the speedo, and it said 42 degrees. So traffic got moving a little bit, and I saw a petrol station, so I pulled in, and I just got off the bike for 5 minutes and had some water and cooled down a bit. I was so hot, but anyway, I finally found my accommodation, and it's strange here because they don't have, there's some street names, but once you start getting into off the main roads, it's postcodes, and all I had to go on was a postcode. And he sent me a picture of the postcode, and I had this area worked out, and I'm going round and round and round, and I'm thought, yeah, I'm QR, QS, QT, and anyway, eventually I found it, but the signpost outside was covered by a palm tree, and I must have passed it about 4 or 5 times. Anyway, got the bike unloaded, got the bike through the gate, got the bike parked up, got all my stuff inside, and I just went under the shower, and I was under the shower for about nearly 10 minutes. I felt a little bit guilty with the amount of water I was using, really, because water's quite precious out here. But it was a cold shower because I was absolutely boiling. But that was me. Yeah, so I arrived here, got the bike stowed, got all my kit stowed, I've had a shower, I've had a wander around, bought some food, and I'm staying here for tonight, tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then on Boxing Day, the 26th, or maybe the 27th, I'm going to move and start making tracks again. But so where am I going next? Well, what I've decided to do is I'm going to return back to Europe. Or not straight away, I'm going to head back towards Europe. Now, initially my plan was Morocco, then Mauritania. Ooh, Senegal, that sounds interesting. Let's do Senegal. The Gambia, let's do the Gambia. And what I was hoping to do was go through Guinea, go into Sierra Leone, and then go down to Liberia. There's a charity back in Glasgow called Mary's Meals, and I was hoping to take some pictures for them. But a couple of things have happened along the way. Um, I'm about 2 weeks late getting here, I suppose, because of my ankle. By now, I would have hoped to have been in Sierra Leone, but two things. Last week, there was an attempted coup in Sierra Leone, and at the moment, I believe they're under martial law. So, as a tourist wandering around Sierra Leone, I don't think that's a good thing, to be honest. On top of that, I was reading something yesterday, and apparently in Guinea, they've brought in a new rule to say that motorcycles can only have up to 5 litres of petrol at a time. Now, I take 20 litres on a single fill, plus I carry an extra 11 litres. But so I've done some digging and I can't get to the bottom of it, but I just keep seeing bits of news that petrol is now limited to 5 litres per motorcycle. So, for the fact being that I don't want to risk going into Guinea and having struggles getting petrol, also that they seem to have a few little issues in Sierra Leone. I don't want to start blundering around there as a tourist when everyone might be feeling a little bit upset or on guard. So what I've decided to do is on the 26th or 27th, I'm going to head north. I'm going to cross over to Senegal. Took the 5 days to get across Senegal, go back into Mauritania. There's a couple of little things I want to see in Mauritania, then head back to Morocco. And there's still some things I want to see in Morocco as well. And then get back into Spain maybe late January, early February time. At the moment, yeah, about February, I think, really. So there's no rush. I've got no timetable. I'll just make it up as I go along, which is what I like doing. So there is definitely no strict itinerary. So from this video onwards, really, there's not going to be many more videos after this. I'm going to do a few more. I'll do a couple of updates as I progress north, especially if I go somewhere new that I've never seen before. I'm also going to do some couple of little videos, little shorts about the bike, about what I've done to the bike and the luggage that I've got on the bike, and also what I carry on the luggage. But as for travelling south, this is it. I've done it. I've got as far as I can. And to be honest, I'm 65 in February, and I didn't honestly think I would get as far as I did. Initially I thought, yeah, let's go to Morocco, and then let's go a little bit further and see how far we get, and that's how it went, really. Another thing as well at the back of my mind, the V-Strom 1000 is a big heavy bike, and I really don't know the quality of the roads as I get into Sierra Leone, especially into Liberia as well. Now, if I had a smaller bike, again, I think I would be 60% saying, well, okay, I can manage, let's go for it. But because I don't really know the quantity and quality of the roads once I get through Sierra Leone, I thought, well, are you really pushing the boundaries a little bit? And I think I am, to be honest. So I'd like to do this trip again, and I think next time I'll definitely do it with a lighter bike, one that's a bit more frugal. But yeah, so have I given up? Well, no, not really. Morocco was my initial destination, and it just sort of extended. So to actually get all the way down here, I think I've done okay, to be honest. I think I've done really well considering my age and the size of the bike. But am I finished touring? No way, no way. I've got lots more touring to do. There's lots of things I'd like to do. I'd like to discover more of maybe Turkey next year. I even had the idea of going to Turkey, then through Iraq, and maybe into Saudi Arabia next winter. I know that in 2026, I'm thinking of doing North America and then South America. But again, that just depends on circumstances. And to do that, I'll need to get a smaller bike as well, one that's a little bit more frugal. So between now and then, I've got a lot of thinking to do, and I've got a lot of mileage to cover. But for the moment, this journey has finished. I'm not going any further south. So far, I've done 6,000 miles, over 6,000 miles, 6,500 miles. I'm not going to do 6,000. I'll probably get about 4,000 on the way back. I don't know. We'll see. But it's been a good trip regardless. And the bike has been superb. She's never complained once. Never complained. And it's done everything that I've asked of her. And she's fell over. I've expected her to do more than she was prepared to do, and she did it. And I'm really proud of that bike, and it's a superb bike, and I love it to death. But tomorrow, a rest day, and I've got Christmas Day. And guess what I bought from the shops? I bought some ginger nuts, and I bought some baked beans. So for my Christmas dinner, I'm having baked beans on toast. Yeah. Anyway. This is the end of the line, and I've finally got to my destination. So as from Monday or Tuesday, I'm heading north. The videos will be fewer. There will be a couple more, don't you worry. There'll be a few more to show my progress. But all I've got to say to everybody out there who's subscribed, who's watched these videos, who's managed to stay awake from the start to the finish, I just want to say thank you so much. And I've said it again, and I've said it before. When I started this journey, these videos were just for me so I could remember the journey. Because don't you do that? You know, you do something, if you don't take pictures or shoot a little bit of video, you forget. Well, these videos were for me so I don't forget. And they were also for my family and my friends. And I put them onto YouTube, and the next thing, loads of people are watching them. And I still can't get over the fact that people find these videos interesting. But you've done this, and you've subscribed. And for all the many people who've sent me little messages to say, well done, thank you, I just want to say it really means a lot that you've actually taken the time to write a message. But the biggest thing is, I hope it inspires other people to travel far and wide on their motorcycles. There's a lot of bikers out there, and bikes are built to travel. And it doesn't matter whether you've got a small bike or a big bike. If you want to travel, you do it. And bikes are made to travel. And my bike now has got over 50,000 miles, and she's going strong. So don't be frightened of the mileage. Don't be frightened of the mileage. On this little trip, I've done 6,500 miles so far. It's nothing. You can do 250 miles in a day, no problem. 2 days, that's 500 miles. 3 days, 750 miles. You can soon crank up the miles. But there's a big wide world out there to see, so don't think about it. Do it. You've got those bikes there. Next summer, whenever, get out there, get the bikes loaded, and get out and travel. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. Anyway, that's me. I'm here in the Gambia, and in a couple of days' time, I'm going to be heading north, and I hope you'll stick with me for the final part of the journey. Anyway, thanks for watching, and most of all, have a fantastic Christmas. And for 2024, I wish every single one of you a fantastic and a well-travelled 2024. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.